We have Nolan Santo here with me today.
And we are highlighting all things marketing and music on Long Island.
Welcome back to another episode of the Long Island Tea Podcast, where we spill the tea on living your best, fabulous Long Island life. Another week of Sharon and Friends, and I am joined here today with our very special guest, Mr. Nolan.
Hi.
Hi.
It's a dream come true to be here.
We've been waiting on this.
I'm excited to be here.
You have been, there's been some negotiations going on.
Oh, yeah.
And the only way things would happen is if you were to be a guest on this podcast. So here we are.
Well, now I'm Sharon and Friend, so I love it.
You're a friend of Sharon.
It's the best.
So how you doing?
Everything's good. Doing well.
Yeah.
Yep. It's been a busy week, but busy is good on our end. We do a lot, and I don't know. I'm just happy to be alive.
I know we're thriving. It's been a busy week. You're right. I mean, we were making some marketing decisions, doing some changes, some things happening. We're moving and shaking.
Yep, we're doing a lot of campaign planning, campaign executing as well, and just a lot of exciting things down the pipeline.
I think it's what I love about it is I love watching you do like your magic with some like negotiating with our vendors and stuff. It's so fun because like we'll have conversations and about budgeting and campaign details and things like that. And I'll just give you a look.
Yeah.
And you're like, I should bring it down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And then you're like, well, they're on deadline and they need it yesterday and they're already in print. And I'm like, sure they are.
Right.
And then you're like, you're right. All right.
Well, that was one of the biggest things I learned was just that it really is kind of like a game. Yeah. You kind of have to play your cards well.
It is. And you know what? These vendors are amazing. They work really well with us and we're happy to give them business. We always try to spread the wealth, but it's a marketing strategy, right?
Yeah,
so we have to figure out what our best ways are to get our word out there. And, everybody's always like, it's funny because I'm always like, there's negotiations to be had. You can do it. And you always come back and you're like, Sharon, I did it. I pulled the trigger.
Honestly, there's nothing more rewarding than that for me. I'm like,
fun.
I love negotiating and just getting the best value for what we can get.
Yeah. So you're part of the marketing team, as we can tell our hot teas. They have been learning a lot about our organization these past few weeks. We've been having the team on. So I think it's pretty good to have you on to talk about our marketing efforts and what your role is here at Discover Long Island.
Sure. So I'm a digital marketing manager and analytics manager. So I have the privilege of kind of having a double side to my role, right? So one side of it is the advertising side. So that's where kind of like we just said before, it's a lot of negotiating. You talk to vendors and also a lot of like strategic planning. So I work with my amazing director, Allison, and she is really just phenomenal at kind of getting all of our ducks in a row. And then I try my best to execute it. And, so far, so good. It's been a lot of successful campaigns. And I love that side of it. The other side is the analytic part, which is also fun in its own way, right? Like it's kind of one side of it's like it's not so black and white. And the other side of it is like numbers are numbers and numbers don't lie. And we're actually really showing our impact of Long Island. Right. Just it's right there. The stats are right there. So I get to make reports for the county, reports for our board to see, just highlighting everything that we've been doing that's really just benefiting Long Island as a whole. And it's just super rewarding. I love everything about it.
It is such an amazing job. I mean, we love our job. But at the same time, when you just said it, numbers don't lie.
Right.
So it's really we are very heavily focused on data here because of our funding mechanism and how, we kind of have to prove what we do is impactful to the region. So how else do you prove that without saying, word is bond, but, having that, the numbers prove it. And we really do show an increase year over year over our campaigns. The data is showing this year that is going to be another record-breaking year, which I'm so excited for because it's, the times are what they are right now, and we will ride that wave when it comes. But to prove that this past year has been phenomenal is just, that's the rewarding part.
It's super rewarding, and also it's only going to get better just because of, we keep adding, whether it be software or we're getting new reports in, so we're able to add data to get even more kind of in-depth reporting. So and it's just, the more we're able to kind of go through things and get extended data, it makes for a better report to show what our impact really is.
Absolutely, and it's very granular. We get down to zip codes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. I'm a data nerd, I guess, and I just think it's like, it is so mind blowing how granular we can get with this information and our campaigns and our social media efforts and things like that. So it's really exciting to be a part of this organization.
It is.
And I love having this team because they are super incredible individuals, and they're all so smart in your own realms. I mean, for you, when we were talking to you during the interview process, it became clear to us that you have the data background, and you can really dive deep into it, and why not add that as a part of your role, because it goes hand in hand. So it's awesome to have you here. You've been here for what, 2 years?
Almost
2 years.
Almost.
So it's crazy. We had our board chairman and interim president and CEO right now, Mitch Pally, come in the other day, and we were talking, and he's like, it seems like there's been a lot of transition, with the staff.
Yeah.
He's been meeting everybody individually and talking and getting to know everyone. And I said, yeah, after COVID, our entire a vision changed of how we were going to do our job. So we had to really transition. And, during COVID, a lot of people decided that they, wanted to work remote jobs because it was able to, be had, or things like that. So we did lose some people. But, that gave us the opportunity to restructure and recreate our organizational chart to what it is now. And I love it. I mean, the team is just so awesome. But we are going to be talking Long Island music this week because I kind of teased it last week. If you listened,
I'm a hot tea.
You're a hot tea, and that you are an artist yourself.
I am.
So jack of all trades, marketing guru, data analyst, and singer-songwriter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess somebody would be like, how does that correspond? But when you really think about it, it does kind of relate, right? Because it's like there's a creative side of the brain, and there's also a lot of marketing that goes along with music. And it's just another creative outlet for me to just kind of put out art. So
it's amazing because you hit 1 million on Spotify, right?
Yeah. So, I have. Okay, I guess this is just the moment of bragging, but I'm not really into the braggadocio. Yeah, I'm not into the braggadocious talk. But,
no, do it.
I have one song that reached over 1 million streams. I think overall I'm probably about 2 and change million on Spotify, and it's been an incredible ride. It really has. Like just the fact that I've been able to do it for so long is just really what I do it for, right? Like it's just that it never was really a matter of like getting to a certain level for me. It was just like, how long can I sustain doing what I love, and can I look back and have an incredible catalog? So now, like being at this age and like still just having that hunger to keep wanting to do it, is just incredible.
When did you start it?
I started writing songs when I was 12.
Wow.
I was 12 years old.
What inspired you?
I don't know. I think obviously you're influenced by just the music you listen to, right? So I was listening to a lot of hip hop. And simultaneously listening to a lot of like radio stuff. You know, I'd be in the car with my mom and my sister,
jamming out.
My dad, and just jamming out. And I think that's kind of what. Now that I think about it, I'm like that kind of. It makes sense because I'm really big into hip hop, but I like having that kind of catchy melodic feel as well. Yeah. So it kind of just blended together.
I love your music. I've told you that before.
Don't gas me up, Sharon.
I do. I mean, our team listens to it, and it was interesting to find that out. Like you never came out and said anything to anybody, and I don't know. I don't remember how I found out. One of our team members was like, he sings, right? He raps, and I'm like, no. I think we were doing a video, right? That's when it was.
Well, we did the gala.
The gala video.
Gala. Well, I can also just perform. Ready? The gala is the place to be. Who's gonna win big? Let's wait and see. And that was I don't think anybody expected me to do a little nursery
break
rhyme.
out in rap. That was funny. The video for the gala started everybody noticing your capabilities and how you can sing and rap. But then I looked you up and I was like, wow, this is actually really good. I couldn't believe it.
Thank you.
And I think one of the music videos I saw was down in Brightwaters.
Maybe.
Right? Or maybe it was a picture, but I recognized it.
Probably.
And I was like, oh, that's, my stomping grounds.
I did one when this is one of my first music videos. I did one at the beach nearby.
Got you.
The beach nearby. And yeah, I mean, if for those who don't know, why would you know? I grew up around that area. So I grew up around the Bayshore area. And also, fun fact, LL Cool J was born in Bayshore.
Born in Bayshore.
Which is awesome.
I think that's why I love him so much.
Yeah, no, he's great.
I mean, not why, but
he's great. Just a great artist.
Bayshore.
Yeah, so I'm sorry that you saw any music video of mine because it's just super awkward. That's the only part of my content that I really am just not fond of. But at the same time, like you look at it and you see growth. You're just like, okay.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I'm not.
I think, Long Island is definitely a place of inspiration as well. Obviously we have a ton of, there's a ton of artists that are from Long Island. Billy Joel being one of them. We talk about him all the time. LL Cool J, Mariah Carey. Like there's a slew of them, and we have the new Music Hall of Fame in Stony Brook.
I love it.
I love it. I have been there before. I tell people about it all the time, just because it's such a cute, amazing hidden gem.
Yeah.
In our region, and it just really tells the story a lot about all the artists that are from Long Island, but. One of the things that I wanted to talk about is where we can actually find some places on Long Island to go listen to some live music and things like that. One of the venues that we have is the Paramount, and I just noticed that their list keeps on getting longer and longer and longer of people who are coming here. It's so incredible. It's in Huntington, Suffolk Theater in Riverhead, Simi in Northport. That's awesome. The Stoller Center in Stony Brook. What an incredible venue to see anybody. I mean, it's just such a beautiful, beautiful venue. And then there's Tap Room. There's multiple locations. Shandon Court and East Islip. And then, like I said, the Long Island Music and Entertainment Hall of Fame in Stony Brook. But we do have happenings on our website on discoverlongisland.com for to see live music anywhere, which is awesome.
I love it. I love that we get to kind of highlight the music and arts in Long Island. I mean, it's just another part of us that just makes it like a fit for me,
right?
Right. It's like, oh my gosh, we get to really promote what I also love on the side. So it's great.
Exactly. It's where you belong, Nolan.
It's where I belong.
Long Island Life, the next segment.
Long Island Life.
There is a luxury hotel to open in Montauk this June. It's the former Sands Motel, and it's opening early June as the Offshore Montauk, a 43-room luxury hotel with 18 suites. It's located on Emerson Avenue. The property will feature oceanfront views, a resort-style pool, luxury gym, spa, cold plunges, saunas, and red light therapy, developed by Enduring Hospitality Group. That's incredible. I can't wait for this place to open, because I feel like Montauk is definitely it's always thriving. It's it's an amazing place.
Oh yeah.
I mean, but they need more hotels like this, because who doesn't love red light therapy? Have you ever had it?
No.
It's amazing. I had it at Dr. Joy Moy with Joy of Acupuncture.
Nice.
And it was such an incredible experience. It's weird because it's weird because it feels like you got to keep your eyes closed the whole time. It's kind of like tanning. If you've ever been tanning, it's weird.
No.
You got to keep your eyes closed, but then she gets real close with the red light, and you can kind of feel it working. It's amazing.
So, but what does it do exactly? Is it for the skin?
Yeah. So it's a skin therapy. It's like an exfoliating and tightening and blemish removal.
Okay.
It's really amazing.
Okay.
What else we have going on?
A pedestrian underpass now links Avalon Nature Preserve to Stony Brook Harbor, running beneath Harbor Road. It connects the Memorial Garden to the 29-acre Shore Farm property purchased in 2016. The project began planning in 2017 and gained Smithtown Town Board approval in 2019. Mitch Pally, interim president and CEO of Discover Long Island, said in a statement that the nature preserve is a cherished gem. He said it offers both locals and visitors a peaceful retreat to connect with nature. I love everything about that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was actually in the paper today. What an incredible, like, I love the preservation of our our nature. We talked
course.
about it last week, and it's really a great spot. Splish Splash in Calverton adds an exclusive event to the 2025 season. For the first time, a Splish Splash Water Park will be open at night.
What? What is going on? I don't even know what's happening anymore.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Visitors will walk through lighted up trees and on their way to the rides and the designated water park slides that enjoy a pulsing, colorful LED light show while in the Kawana Bay wave pool. A DJ will spin tunes under the stars. Neon nights are scheduled for 7 to 10 p.m. Fridays and Saturday evenings from July 11th to August 16th at the venue. I have a great idea. Splish Splash. You should perform there, Nolan.
Listen, give me a call at Splish Splash. Have your people call my people.
You're hired.
I just want to know where this was when I was a kid.
Right?
Because this is
Seriously,
awesome.
I love Splish Splash. I still love it. I still go.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you take the kids?
Yeah.
That's
But
awesome.
sometimes I don't want to because I want to go on the rides by myself and like not have to worry.
As you should.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I love it.
West Hampton Beach's Sunset Theater reopening Friday after a 3-year renovation project. So the Sunset Theater has opened, and it's showcasing a series of shuttered East End cinemas that have been independently purchased or renovated to serve as cultural hubs for their communities, particularly in walkable villages like Southampton, Sag Harbor, and Greenport. That is so incredible.
This is all very exciting.
So, Long Island. Let's talk more Long Island musicians.
Let's do it.
Let me see. Who were some that inspired you?
So, you know who I think doesn't get enough credit? I don't know if you're familiar with John Bellion.
No.
He is an artist, but he also, I think, does a lot of behind the scenes songwriting.
Okay.
I think don't quote me on this, but I think he's written for like Justin Bieber and some other really big acts.
And he's from Long Island?
I believe he's from Suffolk County.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So, and he is just, I can't even lie. I've watched countless amounts of YouTube videos on him just in his creation process. He posts a lot of like vlogs early on, just kind of showing how he creates the songs from scratch. And it's just like the talent just oozes out of him. So
that's awesome.
That's one person that I'm just like, it's somebody that I'm like, I want to get on his level.
Right, right.
Super inspiring. Who else? We got Ashanti from Glen Cove.
Oh, yeah, your hometown.
Yeah. Who's obviously a legend.
Yes.
We have, who else? Isn't Madison Beer from Long Island?
Yes, she is. Yes, she actually just performed on Long Island recently, and we, not recently, like I would say a year or two ago, and we promoted it on social. I remember, yeah, but I believe I'll find out where she's from. But yeah, she's from Long Island, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, I'm not sure what town, but also a talented singer. There's really a lot here. And then obviously we can't forget Billy Joel, of course.
Can't forget Billy Joel, of course. And then we had Taylor Danes on as a guest recently. She's, 80s dance pop and starred known best for Tell It to My Heart, which is one of my favorite songs. And then, of course, Dee Snider, our very own Dee Snider. He's from Baldwin. He's the frontman of Twisted Sister, and he was raised in Baldwin, still proud of his Long Island roots. I've been seeing him a lot on these commercials for this like moving company that, know, and he still, Dee typical fashion, just the way he's, yelling. I love it.
I love it.
It's just really incredible region to, and I think a lot of it is because, we're so close to New York City that, the talent here is discovered because how close you can just take a train ride right into the city and just record and perform and do everything.
100%. I mean, I think what's also really cool is when you look at, we have this full list in front of us of a bunch of artists that we can reference that we all know and love. And what you notice too is that all of them have their own unique sound. So it's kind of like, Long Island has its own movements, but it's like there's just so many different styles that come out of here, and it's like it's really just whatever you make of it.
Yeah.
So it's incredible to see the talent that comes out, and I mean I see it even on like a local level all the time, coming up doing shows with a lot of talented people that really deserve more shine. I can also shout out my good friend Bella, DiNapoli, who she was on The Voice a couple years back, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And she made it very far. She was on Team Ariana.
Okay.
And, we went to high school together, and she's just super, super talented. And I'm just proud of her overall. She's just a remarkable singer.
What is she doing now?
You know, I have to catch up with her. So her sister is actually best friends with my sister.
Oh, fun.
So I've heard from her sister recently, but I have to catch up with Bella. I just sure hope that she's still writing and recording
Singing,
because she's incredible. I know that she did the national anthem for the Bills game.
Oh.
Like this is probably a couple months back.
Yep.
So she's had a couple big moments.
That's
and
awesome.
well deserved.
Well deserved.
And she's a mother.
Yes.
She has a beautiful baby, Aurora, I think her name is, right?
Aww.
Yeah. She's just doing it all, and she's incredible.
Funny enough, Michael and Nolan went to high school together, and we didn't know that until Nolan came in for an interview, and Michael's like, "That's a great guy. You need to hire him."
I was like, yeah,
Thanks, Michael.
he's a good one. Add points for him.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Michael. Yeah, no, it was funny because I remember vividly when I came in and I was sitting in the front before I went in to actually speak with you and Kristen.
Yeah.
And Michael just happened to be walking by, and I look up, and we both just kind of made eye contact, and I was like, "Michael," and you're just like,
We were like, what?
yeah, it was like just super surreal, and like it was like, this is great because like we both just are like friendly as it is,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like we've always gotten along in high school, and it was just I'm super glad to be on a team with you. So
Oh, that's
Nolan
awesome.
was friends with everybody. No one had any problems with Nolan in high school.
Yeah.
He's a good egg.
He is a good egg.
you're a good egg. We're all good eggs.
Well, we're a dozen good eggs here. What is your favorite venue on Long Island to see a concert?
I got to go with Jones Beach, and I have a little story
All
behind
right,
it.
let's hear it.
So my first big concert that I ever went to was at Jones Beach.
Mm-hmm.
I was going into 9th grade, I think, and I saw Wiz Khalifa and Mac Miller,
Amazing.
and I believe,
You just totally dated yourself.
yeah, it's all right.
These guys are such babies. All right. go ahead.
So I saw them too, and I believe that at the time Kendrick actually opened up as well.
Probably.
But he was, I think, more on the come up. So this is before he like really was like
Yeah.
known. Anyway, I remember I was sitting there, and Mac Miller was performing, and you know he was one of my big inspiration for me growing up, and he points out to my section, and he's like, you know. Whatever, I went to like a certain show in Long Island. Like my mom took me out to see a show out here in Jones Beach, and he's from Pittsburgh, so he's
Okay.
like, I came all the way out here and I saw a show, and I was sitting right over there, and it was like where I was, and he's like, and now I'm here, and I'm like, you know, as like
You
a
have a
starry-eyed
dream.
person,
Yes.
yeah, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I
This
can't
could
believe
be
it.
me.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was just a good
I
moment.
love Jones Beach. It really is awesome. But I also love like the Paramount. Like I said, they're a great
Yep.
place to see a concert. What Mulcahy's is awesome.
Yep.
I've seen a ton of concerts there. Just amazing venue because it's all open space. You know, like there's no seating. It's just really great place to see a concert. And like I said, the Dollar Center too. I've seen holiday shows there and things, and just it's a beautiful venue.
You're like a real like music concert goer.
Yes.
I love
To
it.
the point where now, like, I won't go see a concert in the nosebleeds. Like I'm spoiled. Or like, you know, I've seen certain artists number of times. Like I've probably been to a Dave Matthews concert at Jones Beach 1,000 times. Like it's just something I've always done. And I don't want to, I'm done seeing him there,
Okay.
you know, just because whatever.
Right.
But even Chris Stapleton, I love.
Okay.
I saw him at Jones Beach and I was in the pit and like I could touch his boot. That's how close I was.
Whoa.
So like I won't, and for like the prices that I paid for those tickets,
Yeah.
I won't pay anything else to go sit in a nosebleed somewhere
I don't blame
in
you.
like MetLife or, you know, whatever,
Right,
City
right.
Field, just because it's not the same. And
Yeah.
now I'm like a concert snob.
Well, can we talk about who you listened to growing up and who you listen to now?
It's funny enough, I listen to a lot of Mariah Carey,
Okay.
LL Cool J, like growing
love
up,
it.
you
I
know,
love it.
typical Long Islander. And I listen to so many different genres
Yeah.
that, you know, I'm not, I listen to country, I listen to hip hop, I listen to rap. Like my radio station is hip hop and
Okay.
R&B always.
Okay.
But I listen to, you know, Kendrick Lamar. I love him.
Do you want to tell them who your favorite rapper is? Aside from me, by the way.
Aside from you. So my favorite rapper is Kanye West.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say Lil Wayne.
Oh, Lil Wayne, yes, 100%.
There's a lot of really good. I don't even know how to pick.
I know, like Nicki Minaj, I love
Minaj.
her.
Yeah, I have to really sit on like thinking about a top 5 because mine changes all the time.
Yeah, mine is Lil Wayne, Nicki Minaj, Kendrick.
You're a big Kendrick fan?
Oh yeah, Luther right now playing. Come on,
It's a hit.
it's a hit.
It's a hit.
But you have music dropping, right?
I have music dropping every week on Thursdays. On all
Drop
platforms.
a single every week.
I drop a single every week. So I started doing this at the end of March.
Okay.
So we're going strong. And I try to mix it up. So that's the best part about it is like I feel I don't really have to be confined to like making a cohesive project right now.
Right,
it's like
right.
I can make a song and just be like, let's put it out on Thursday.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I'm excited. I put out a pop song today.
Okay.
Can I play it?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Can I preview it? Okay, sweet. So I do pop. I like doing hip hop. I like doing a little R&B. I like doing alternative, really everything. So this week was pop, but every week I try to give a little something different.
That's so amazing. So do you have like a bank of songs that you just like dropping each week, or you write them per week?
It's kind of a mix,
Okay.
right? Like I'm still in real time recording every day.
Okay.
The way I work is I'm able to kind of make a couple songs a night, and then I can kind of look back because they're not all going to be hits. It's not like I'm
Right.
like a hit factory,
Right.
But I always push myself to make a couple songs a day to where by the end of the week I can listen to everything and say this one is good. This
Yeah.
one's
This
something
one
I need
works.
to.
Yeah. That's awesome. All right.
Exactly.
Let's hear it.
All right, cool. So this is called With You.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
It's amazing. I'm so
you.
excited to listen to it in real time.
I appreciate it.
I love it. I think that's what's cool about it. I mean, your voice is incredible. So you have a recording studio in your house. What are you doing?
Yeah, so I have my own little setup. So that's how I'm able to kind of just get my thoughts out every day.
Okay.
It's like a little exercise.
Well, yeah, some people journal, right? Or some
Right.
people come home and they walk and they touch grass, and
Yeah.
you write music.
Exactly. Well, you know what? That almost goes back to what you were saying of how I started. I think it really was just the outlet of just expressing myself.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just carried through. Like that is my sense of journaling. You know,
Yeah,
and even
exactly.
being able to go back now and listening to a song that I made like years ago and be like, I was in a totally different headspace.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
It's cool.
And that's what I was just going to ask you. Like, do you find yourself listening to your old stuff and realizing, wow, like what you were going through at that time? And like, it's almost like therapeutic, right?
Yeah, I definitely am able to identify where I was. Some of it I cringe at, but also at the same time, again, it shows growth. And I think that I also have to like realize that it may not be good to me now, but for the times it was a good song, or maybe to somebody else it was a good song.
Absolutely.
So, you know, that's just the beauty of music. It's all subjective, and people gravitate towards what they like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you played at any venues here?
I have. I've done venues out in Amityville. I used to do a lot out there. I've done out east in Miller Place. I've also done outside of Long Island because I went to college up in New Paltz.
Yes.
So I used to do shows up there. I've done shows in the city, but Long Island is my favorite place to do shows just because it's like you got like the hometown people come out to see you. I've had the privilege of doing some pretty amazing shows, and I really need to get back on the wagon because
I thought you were going to say that because we were talking about it a little while ago that you were going to perform.
Yeah, I mean, especially now that I'm actually back to consistently releasing,
Yeah.
I would like to kind of try out some of the songs in a live setting. I think it'd be
awesome.
fun. Yeah.
One of the things too that I just realized that I didn't talk about is these Candlelight concerts that have been going on.
Ooh.
One was in Oakdale last week with my sister, just went to it with my mom. It's these string quartet that play like they went to see Fleetwood Mac, so they'll play their
Awesome. I
Fleetwood
love
Mac's
that.
music, and it's all lit up in candles, and it's amazing. I wanted to go to one and I couldn't get to it, but it was at the Canoe Place Inn out east.
Great.
What another awesome place to see a performance, because their acoustics in their ballroom, it's the way it's built. They built it purposely like that so that they could have performances during, peak season or off season.
I gotta see this.
It's amazing. It's called the Canoe Place Inn. It's awesome. But yeah, these candlelight concerts, it's a new thing. So it's against other people's music. So like Fleetwood Mac or I think my sister went and saw like Star Wars.
I did Beyonce.
You did Beyonce?
Yeah,
Was it
really?
amazing?
It was amazing. I saw it in Brooklyn, but I know that they're also coming out here too.
Yeah, it's
but
amazing.
Amazing shows, and they do, like you said, like a different theme, a different artist that they'll cover.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they'll do like an album from that artist.
Wow.
And then it's really fun.
It's
That's
so
awesome.
beautiful. We're just
That's so
sitting
cool.
in this ballroom or whatever, and it's only lit by candles, and you're listening to the instrumental versions of these songs that you love.
I love
It's
it.
really cool.
I love it too because it's like I just recently heard somebody talking about this. I don't know who, but it's kind of like when you listen to music, right? You associate. It's like how you have nostalgia when you listen to certain songs. I think a lot of times people are like, oh, like we want that old version of the artist, but really what you need is just more experiences to attach new music to. So like allowing like an artist giving a platform or a venue giving a platform to let it be a shared experience and create nostalgia, it's kind of like, it's like a new exciting thing.
Wow. Let me ask you this. What do you think about artists that change genres? So like Taylor Swift was an original country singer.
Yeah.
And then she went over to pop, and that's where she became huge. But I think that has a lot to do with not only her age at the time, but the music itself. Beyonce,
Yeah.
hip hop artist, going over, and she made a country album that she was award winning.
Yeah, I have absolutely no problem with it. I mean, as long as that's where their heart is, right? Like, I think if the intent of you switching over is because that's just what you're called to do, you want to just make a different style of music, like do it. It's all self-expression, and somebody else might, it might not be what their normal audience is used to, but like, it's still good music at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So
I guess, I mean, sometimes I get annoyed by it.
yeah.
I'm like, stop. Yeah.
Well, you don't want like a one-trick pony, like you want variety.
All right. I hear you.
I don't know. That's how I look at it.
It's just interesting too, like, what genres they do choose to do. So you want to talk some fun things this weekend on Long Island?
Let's do it. So Friday, May 2nd, we have Long Island Skies at the Vanderbilt Museum and Planetarium in Centerport.
Love it.
Fun. Saturday, May 3rd, we have the Tulip Festival in full bloom at Water Drinker Family Farm in Manorville. Grease the Musical at CM Performing Arts Center in Oakdale. Interesting. That's awesome. And West Hampton Beach Farmers Market as well on that Saturday, May 3rd. And lastly, on Sunday, we have Saturday and Sunday craft fair weekends at the shops in Eastwind in Wading River.
I love this time of year because this is when all the farmers markets start opening.
Oh, yeah. This is the best time of year for me.
It is. I mean, like we said last week, it's spring, blooming season. Everything's happening. The farms are thriving, and they just want to bring their stuff out to, the locals and where you can find all the good stuff. I love farmers markets. All right. I think we talked a lot about the music scene. What are you watching these days?
Show-wise? Okay, so I just finished Severance.
Okay.
Which was awesome.
The entire office
Oh, yeah. This
is
was
addicted.
This was a hot topic in the office. They still have to make another season. I don't know how many more seasons they're making, but we all finished season 2, and it was a ride. Did it end how you expected it to? Yeah.
Because that show, I feel like the first season ended like so different, like that cliffhanger,
Yeah. It's just, I don't know. I don't really know what I expect. I guess I didn't really have any expectations, right? Like it's like a weird show that you also at the same time are super interested in.
Yeah.
It's a very strange thing, but I'm excited for season 3. I think it's going to be good. And I don't want to do any spoilers, so that's why I got to keep it vague.
No spoilers. Are you a Handmaid's fan?
I've never seen it.
Oh my God. Michael, did you watch it?
Obviously, I watched it.
Oh my gosh.
I did the ending. I was so mad. I hate how they only do one episode.
I
now, and they
know.
don't just
Why
drop
do they do
multiple.
that? I can't stand it.
I know.
Because they drop like 4 episodes in the beginning.
And then
it's week to week. I can't stand it.
I know.
Also,
Yeah.
I thought I paid for no ads on Hulu. No,
Same.
that's false news.
Same.
Well, you gotta upgrade.
know.
It's worth it.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Have you seen Breaking Bad?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just finished that too.
Oh, what'd you think?
That might be in my top 5 now
100%.
of like
100%.
all time.
Yeah, that is an incredible show.
Yeah, and and I always say so. We actually were just having this conversation, but my favorite show of all time is The Sopranos.
Okay.
But obviously, everybody has their opinion about the ending of the show. It was a very abrupt ending that's open to interpretation. Breaking Bad, I felt I was at peace with how it ended. I was like, I don't have to watch another season. I was like, now I'm
felt
good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm resolved.
Yes.
Well, there's more.
There's more. Well, there's Better
more.
Call Saul.
Well, there's
Right.
that, but that kind of takes place during. And
Okay.
then El Camino is a movie that took place
That's
after Breaking Bad
right.
that takes place right after Jesse, I think his name was driving off. You got to watch that next.
Wow, I totally
Jess-
forgot about that.
And
Yeah,
Jesse's
did you
one of
see
my
it?
favorite characters.
No, I don't
too.
think so.
Oh, it's great.
Okay, Jesse's my favorite too.
Yeah, he's
you
the
know,
best.
I don't know what his real name is, and then
Bryan Cranston?
Brian Cranston is
Walt.
it's Walter.
Yes.
They have a tequila line
Really?
together, and it's actually really good.
I'm not a tequila fan.
It's good. But yeah, it's funny how like all these celebrities have like their own alcohol, I guess. But
Yeah, it's
yeah,
incredible. Yeah, so those are really the two that I've been
binging
on.
and watching.
Yeah, and now I'm giving myself a break, and I'm like, I gotta just
Write your music.
write my music. Yeah, I got deadlines to meet.
Yeah.
I got things to do.
That's awesome. Nolan, you're a good guest. You're a good egg. I'm
You're a
so
good
glad
egg.
that you joined me. Thank you so much for entertaining the hot teas with me. And I feel like we did spill some tea on the Long Island music, what would you call it? Music history and scene.
Yeah.
Thank you. But I think there's so much more to find out. So visit us at discoverlongisland.com. You can read our blogs and look into the music history on Long Island there. And, look at our calendar of events for different concerts and things like that at our local venues. Thank you, Nolan. Hot Teas. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
The Long Island Tea Podcast is brought to you by Discover Long Island. For exclusive access to contests and promotions, follow Long Island Tea Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And for questions, comments, and collaborative inquiries, email spillthetea@discoverlongisland.com.